Hello and welcome back to Bricking It. We're back with another build video after a bit of a break, and today we're building a Care of Magical Creatures classroom. We've got the base ready, so let's start our build. And the main focus of this build is a large tank of dirt. So I'm going to build that up with various different reddish brown bricks. And then here at the bottom, use a couple of palisade bricks for a bit of texture. Then we're going to start popping in some of these gold studs just to represent some gold under the earth. Now I know in the movies and indeed the books we never see a Care of Magical Creatures class being taught indoors. Although Hagrid teaches out by his hut and variously in the forest and paddocks around the grounds, I imagine that previous teachers will have taught some of their classes indoors, especially for the smaller creatures. We're going to continue building this one up. The main reason I've built this because I want one of at least one representation of every classroom in my build, so I can do an all classrooms build. So I decided to put myself together a Care of Magical Creatures classroom, and I bought myself a niffler because I was going to do a scene out by Hagrid's hut of the niffler's lesson where they're all digging up the gold. I thought I'd never be able to show that. It would just look like a bunch of students hanging around a blob of reddish brown plate. But I decided by bringing that scene indoors, changing the teacher, I'd actually be able to show off the point of that lesson and also get myself one of my mock characters into the build that doesn't otherwise get a chance to be displayed and just sits in my cabinet. So to make it look like the niffler's digging himself down into a little tunnel, I'm going to use one of these action pieces, next one by one clear on top, attach the niffler onto the end of those, and by plugging it into this snot brick that we put in the build, he sits next to this slope heading downwards. I just realised I've put this plate in completely the wrong place. Just get that out. Because I just want to bring the base of the tunnel a bit closer to my niffler. Oh, now working in a confined space with big fat fingers, so hold on. Alright, back into... Oh, this is going well. There we go. We've got our niffler in, and then we're just going to use a cheese slope on a 1x1 just to raise the bottom of his tunnel that he's dug a bit closer to his head, just so he fits in it a bit better. We'll be finishing off the other side of the tunnel in a moment. We're just going to add some loose earth to the top, and then near the opening to the hole, we're going to have another action piece here and here with some 1x1 studs just to represent some earth being flung up into the air as he digs himself frantically down to find the gold. Just going to add another little plate layer onto the top of this. And I think that's going to be high enough for our dirt now. So we're going to build the tank. Got these 1x2x5 clear and a 1x6x5 panel as well, just so we can see into the tank. And we've just got one of these 1x1s on a 1x2x2 slope, and that's going in upside down just to complete the tunnel there. So we've got our niffler there digging down to find the gold. This other space at the side here is going to have a little platform, and this is going to be displaying, although what I'm popping on here isn't actually a full-size creature, I'm going to call it a scale model of a full-size creature. Got this little information board just so people know what it is, because most students cannot see these creatures. They are of course thestrals, so using the baby thestral, it's kind of a scale model of a thestral, just so students can get an idea of what they look like while they're studying them, for those that can't see them. The back wall's very plain, you can't really see most of it. Put these half rounds on the top because I need them in my castle. And there we go, that's our back wall, and that's the mainstay of the build done. Don't forget these can be built as an 8x16 module in a standard modular Hogwarts. You just need to put some side walls on and tile it off on top as you would normally. I'm going to put my student bench in. I'm rapidly running out of students, so I've had to use some old ones with some third-party stickers on until I get some more. And there's Professor Kettleburn himself. It's one of the MOCs that I showed how I put it together in one of my Minifig Mondays. So there is our Care of Magical Creatures classroom during a Niffler lesson. In a moment we're going to install that into the castle. So here we are right at the top of the castle. I'm just going to slide our Care of Magical Creatures class into its location. There it is, looks fairly good. Even though the students kind of block off the gold a bit, you can see it. It's nicely at eye level. And I rather enjoy this build. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave us a like, and for more Hogwarts MOC builds, please subscribe to Bricking It. Bye bye.